Good morning, students. Let us start ninth chapter. It is about electrical power and household circuits. In this chapter, in the first portion, you will learn two terms, meaning of two terms, electric energy and electric power, and how to calculate it. First of all, let us see what is the meaning of electric energy. It is the energy of moving electrons. When charge is moving or when electrons are moving, they possess some energy, and this energy we call as electric energy. There are several forms of energies like sound energy, heat energy, light energy, but among all these, light energy is considered as the most desirable form of energy. Its reason is it can be converted into many other forms of energies. You have learned about law of conservation of energy. It states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another form. Let us see some examples where energy transformation takes place. Consider the example of an electric bulb. When you switch on an electric bulb, electric energy we are feeding or giving as input, and the output we are getting is heat and light. So we can say in an electric bulb, electric energy gets converted into heat and light. In case of electric heater, electric energy changes into heat energy. There we see the heating effect of electricity. In geyser, in electric ovens, in all this, electric energy gets converted into heat energy. Then electric energy has a magnetic effect. In electromagnets, electric energy gets converted into magnetic energy. Electric energy can be converted to chemical energy. When we charge a battery, electric energy gets converted into chemical energy. So electric energy is such a form of energy which can be converted into several other forms. That is why we consider it as the most desirable form of energy. Now let us see how to measure the electric energy flowing in a circuit. Electric energy, it can be also called as electric work done in a circuit. Let us study a simple electric circuit having a resistance, and it is connected to a cell of potential difference or terminal voltage V, and current flows in this way. A simple electric circuit having a cell of potential difference or terminal voltage V, and a resistance is connected here. This resistance can be a bulb, or it can be a heater, or any device it can be. And in one of the previous videos, I told what is happening when an electric circuit is working. Electrons move from negative terminal to the positive terminal through the external resistance. This is the direction of electron flow. Then, when this circuit works, electrons are continuously flowing in the circuit. While the electrons flow, they lose energy while passing through the resistance. Because of the resistance, electrons have to do some work, or electrons have to spend some energy. That energy will be getting converted into some other form. Suppose this resistance is a heater, then electric energy gets converted into heat energy. If it is a bulb, electric energy gets converted into heat and light. If it is a loudspeaker, electric energy gets converted into sound energy. So, energy of the electrons are getting converted to some other forms while passing through this resistance. So electrons are losing energy while they pass through this resistance, and these electrons are regaining that energy while they pass through the cell. Or cell is giving energy to the electrons, and that energy electrons are spending here. This part or this point we discussed in one of the previous videos. So role of this cell is to give energy to the electrons. It is from the chemical energy present inside the cell. So a cell converts chemical energy into electric energy, and that electric energy, electrons are spending that energy while they pass through this resistance. Then suppose the cell connected here is a 2-volt cell. What is the meaning of 2-volt cell? Volt, its expansion is joule per coulomb. That means this cell can give 2 joule of energy to every 1 coulomb charge. While 1 coulomb charge passes through the cell, cell will give 2 joule of energy. You know 1 coulomb charge means 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. To that many electrons, this cell can give 2 joule of energy. That is the meaning of a 2-volt cell. Then it can be defined in some other ways also. Meaning of this 2-volt cell. If 1 coulomb of charge has to move from one terminal to other terminal, the work done by the cell is 2 joules. In that way also we can define the terminal voltage of a cell. 2 joule of work is done by the cell to move 1 coulomb of charge from one terminal to other terminal through the external resistance. Then suppose the resistance connected here is of 10 ohm value. In this circuit, resistance here is of 10 ohm. Then you can find out how much is the current flowing by using Ohm's law equation. V is equal to I into R. So I is equal to V by R. V is 2 volt, R is 10 ohm. So 0.2 ampere is the current flowing in the circuit. The current flowing in the circuit is 0.2 ampere. So out of these 3 terms, V, I and R, if you know any 2 terms, the third term can be found out by using Ohm's law. Now what is the meaning of current of 0.2 ampere? 0.2 ampere, its expansion is 0.2 coulomb per second. That means in this circuit 0.2 coulomb of charge is flowing in every 1 second. That is the meaning of 0.2 ampere current. In every 1 second, 0.2 coulomb of charge passes through the wire. So this is the application of Ohm's law. Now potential difference or terminal voltage of the cell, it is the amount of work done to move 1 coulomb of charge through the circuit. Thereby we have an equation for potential difference, that is W by Q. W is the work done, Q is the quantity of charge moving. So the formula for electric potential or potential difference is W by Q. From this you can make a formula for electric work or electric energy. W is equal to V into Q. Electric work done in this circuit, that is V into Q, potential difference of the cell into charge moving. Q means charge moving in the circuit. So this is the formula to find out electric energy or electric work. Both are same, electric energy and electric work. Formula is V into Q. Now this Q, that is quantity of charge. You have learned a formula for current. I is equal to Q by T. Current is equal to charge flowing upon time. Current you can find out by using Ohm's law formula. If you are knowing V and R, If you know the charge flowing in the circuit and time, you can find out the current by using the formula I is equal to Q by T. Then from this formula you will get Q is equal to I into T. So substitute here for Q. V into Q means I into T. So electric work can be found out by this formula also, VIT. V is the potential difference, I is the current, T is the time of flow, how long the charge flow happens. Then again Ohm's law says V is equal to I into R. So this V you can substitute again as I into R also. So it can be written as this V is I into R, again I into T. So you will get it as I square RT. This is another formula to find out electric energy or electric work. In this formula, I can be written as V by R. I is equal to V by R according to Ohm's law. So if you make a substitution for I you are replacing with the V by R. Formula will be V into I is V by R into T. You will get another formula V square T by R. So electric work can be calculated by any of these formula. One is V into Q, another one work is VIT, another formula work is I square RT, another formula work is V square T by R. These are the four equations you can use to find out electric work done in a circuit or electric energy spent in a circuit. Remember these are the four formula and you have many numericals based on these equations. Now unit of electric energy or electric work. You know Joule and erg are the SI and CGS units of any form of energy. So for electric energy also its units are same. SI unit is Joule. And CGS unit is erg. But when we use electric energy for commercial purpose, when we consume electricity at home, it is not measured in Joule unit, it is measured in kilowatt hour unit. That is the commercial unit of electric energy. That is kilowatt hour. We call it as unit. 1 kilowatt hour we call as 1 unit. When we get the electricity bill, we see that the units of consumption, 100 units, 150 units. 1 unit means 1 kilowatt hour it is. And the relation between Joule and kilowatt hour is 1 kilowatt hour is 3.6 megajoule. That means 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. When you consume this much joules of energy, the meter shows it as 1 unit. 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 means 36 lakh. This number is 36 lakh joules of electricity when you consume. The meter records it as 1 unit or 1 kilowatt hour, and per unit we pay the electricity bill. Then definition of kilowatt hour you have to learn, that I will explain after the next term, electric power. Meaning of electric power is electric work done per second. The simple term power means rate of doing work. Work done per second we call as power. Electric power means electric work done per second. So the formula for power is work upon time, W by T. And for work we have already 4 different formula. These are the formula for work. You may substitute that any of this formula here, then you will get different formula for power. For example, in the place of work, I am going to substitute this formula V into Q. by T. W is the electric work upon time, that is power. In the place of work, you can substitute these four equations, any one of these four equations. So first I am making this substitution. W is equal to V into Q. Then you will get V into Q upon T. This Q by T is known as current, I. So it can be again simplified as V into I. So this is second formula for power, V into I. If you simply multiply V into I, you will get the power, electric power or electric work done in the circuit in unit time. Then for work, you can substitute second equation also. W is equal to VIT upon T. So T and T gets cancelled. Again the same equation is repeated, V into I. Again in the place of W you can substitute this equation. W is equal to I square RT. Then power is I square RT upon T. You will get the equation I square R. Another formula for power is I square R. Again next equation. In the place of W you can substitute V square T by R. Then power will be, this is W, V square T by R upon T. You will get another equation, V square by R. So you got four equations for electric power and four equations for electric work. It is easy to remember this work equation. If you divide with T, you will get the equation for power. You learn these four equations. Each equation, when you divide with T, it becomes the equation for power. So these are the four equations for electric power. Then what is the unit of power? Its SI unit is joule per second. Power formula is work upon time. Work is measured in joule. Time is measured in second. So joule per second is the SI unit. And it has a short form, watt. Capital letter W is the symbol. So 1 watt power means 1 joule per second. When a device consumes 1 joule of energy in every 1 second, we can say power of that device is 1 watt. So remember, 1 watt means 1 joule per second. Then it has bigger units like kilowatt, megawatt and all. These are the higher or multiple units of power. Now just listen here. What is the difference between kilowatt and kilowatt hour? Kilowatt is the unit of power. 1 kilowatt is 1000 watt. Then kilowatt hour is a unit of electric energy. Okay, understand the difference? Kilowatt, it is a unit of power, and kilowatt hour is a unit of electric energy. Then kilowatt hour, here you can see 1 kilowatt hour means 1 kilowatt power is consumed in a time of 1 hour. This kilowatt stands for power and hour stands for time. So power into time, what is power into time? That is work. So kilowatt hour, that is a unit of electric work or electric energy. Power multiplied with the time. And kilowatt is a unit of power. Okay. Then how can you make a definition for 1 kilowatt hour or 1 unit? When a device of power 1 kilowatt runs for a time of 1 hour, the energy consumed we can call as 1 kilowatt hour. What is the meaning of power of 1 kilowatt? A machine or a device having power of 1 kilowatt runs for a time of 1 hour. The energy consumed or work done we call as 1 kilowatt hour. Meaning of 1 kilowatt hour power is 1 kilowatt means 1000 watt. 1000 watt means 1000 joule per second. Joule per second is short form is what? That means that machine or device consumes 1000 joule of energy in every 1 second. Then we say power of the device is 1 kilowatt. When 1000 joule of electric energy a device consumes in every 1 second, power of that device we say as 1 kilowatt. Such a device having power of 1 kilowatt, if it runs for 1 hour time, the energy consumed we call as 1 kilowatt hour. In joules it is 3.6 megajoule or 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joules. Next topic is power voltage rating of appliances. In every electric appliance, you can see two important labelings. For example, on a bulb, on this outer glass cover, you might have seen something written like this. For example, these two labelings you can see in every device. Number may vary from device to device. For example, on this bulb, on this outer cover, suppose the labeling is written like this. You have to read it as 60 watt, W-A-T-T, watt, 60 watt and 220 volt. Let us see what is the meaning of it. You know watt is the unit of power. So this number, first number tells the power of this bulb. Power of this bulb is 60 watt. What is the meaning of it? Watt, its expansion is joule per second. That means while glowing, this bulb is consuming 60 joules of electric energy in every 1 second. That is the meaning of power of bulb is 60 watt. Or you can say, in other words, when this bulb is glowing, in every 1 second, it gives out 60 joules of heat and light. That is application of law of conservation of energy. 60 joules of electric energy it consumes in every 1 second means 60 joules of heat and light it gives out in every 1 second. Both are same. So that is the meaning of power. How much electric energy it consumes in every 1 second. A bulb of 100 watt power. The meaning is 100 joule of energy it consumes in every 1 second. Then what is the meaning of this second one? 220 volt. That tells the voltage rating. First one is power rating and second one is voltage rating. That means the voltage required or potential difference required between the two ends of this filament of the bulb is 220 volt. You must provide a potential difference of 220 volt across the filament of the bulb. Then that is the meaning of voltage rating. Voltage required for the proper working of that device. Then these two labelings are interconnected. This bulb will have 60 watt power only if you provide a voltage of 220. If you are failing to supply the required voltage of 220, the power of bulb can't be 60 watt. It varies, power varies with voltage. You might have noticed when the line voltage reduces, the brightness of the bulb decreases. That means power of the bulb decreases. The heat and the light emitted or as well as heat emitted per second is decreasing. So these two labelings are interrelated. So this labeling gives the message that this bulb will have 60 watt power only if you provide a voltage of 220. Then what is the use of knowing the power voltage rating of a device? From power volt there are two uses with the power voltage rating. If you know the power voltage rating of a device, resistance of the device you can find out. For that you have to use the formula P is equal to V square by R. From P and V you can find out what is the resistance of this bulb. Consider another example. Consider a bulb of 100 watt power having voltage rating of 220 volt. How much will be the resistance of this filament? Let us calculate. P is equal to V square by R. R is equal to V square by P. V square means 220 into 220 upon P is 100. 484 ohm. That is the resistance of this filament. Okay. And resistance of this filament is a fixed quantity. It doesn't vary with voltage. Power varies with voltage. Power is variable, but resistance of this filament of the bulb is a constant quantity. It doesn't vary with the voltage. Okay, whether voltage is 220 or more than that or less than that, resistance of the filament remains same. So one use of knowing the power voltage rating is, from power voltage rating you can find out what is the resistance of the filament. Another use is, from power voltage rating you can find out the safe current of the device. Say use the formula P is equal to V into I. Another formula for power, V into I. So I is equal to P by V. P is 100 upon V is 220. Your answer will come approximately 0.5. Okay, 0.5 ampere is the safe current. That means this device will run safely up to a current limit of 0.5 ampere. That is known as the safe current of a device. So meaning of safe current is up to which current that device will be safe. For example, here the filament of the bulb, its safe current is 0.5 ampere, means if the current is up to 0.5 ampere or if it is within the limit of 0.5 ampere, the bulb will function. What will happen if current exceeds the safe current? That is, if it goes more than 0.5 ampere, this filament will burn. More overloading will happen, more heat will be produced and this filament will melt. So for every device there is a safe current that you can calculate from the power and voltage. And remember, this I is variable. Current varies with the voltage. When voltage variation happens, I value varies, but R remains constant. Whether you give a voltage of 220 or 120, resistance of this filament is not going to change. It is a constant quantity. You have to apply this concept in many numericals. According to the voltage variation, resistance is not at all varying. But the current varies with voltage. If high voltage, a voltage more than 220 comes, I value will exceed 0.5 ampere, then power of the bulb also will increase. It will go more than 100 watt, then that much heat filament can't tolerate. So these are the two uses of knowing the power voltage rating. Once again, from power voltage rating you can calculate the resistance. From power voltage rating you can calculate the safe current of a device. Next topic is heating effect of electric current. When current is flowing through a wire, heat is produced. This heat produced depends on three factors. Heat is proportional to square of current. I value its square. Then heat produced is proportional to resistance of this wire. If the wire is of high resistance, more heat will be produced. Heat produced is proportional to time of flow. If the current flow happens for long time, more heat will be produced. By combining these 3 points, you can make a formula for heat produced. Heat produced when current flow happens through a wire, that is H is equal to I square R into T, where I is the current flowing, how many ampere current flows, R how many ohm resistance the wire is having, T means time of flow. In this way you can find out the heat produced by current flow. So in this video I discussed about 2 topics, electric energy or electric work, how to calculate it, its equations, and electric power, how to calculate it, what is the meaning of it. Then the numericals related to this topic we will discuss in the next video. Okay, thank you.